Now, I've been in Javita since the end of May 2013. I got involved with it because a friend of mine gave me a call and said, hey, I'm involved in diet coffee. So I tried the coffee, actually liked it, thought it tastes good. Found out there were two different types of coffee. One helped you to lose weight and one helped you to get more energy and get more mental clarity. So found out that coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world behind oil. Found out that coffee was the second most consumed liquid on the planet behind water. And that coffee in itself is a $120 billion a year industry, and when they combined it with the weight loss industry, which is a $100 billion industry in itself, it made a $200 billion industry for which Javita was going after a very small percentage of it. Because if Javita becomes a billion-dollar company, which they fully expect to be, that'll only represent 1/2 of 1% of the entire coffee and weight loss market. Stan's been in the industry about 20 years, background as a CPA, and since that time he's established a really solid core management team that's followed him through his career, and now they're all in place at Javita. So the company is solid, totally debt-free. I mean, I did as much research as I could find on the principals, including Stan, and found out, boy, these guys are solid. They own all their infrastructure, totally debt-free, set up for just an enormous amount of growth. So they're ready and waiting and anticipating huge growth. The money part, here's how the money part works. I mean, I got involved in it, brought some people into the business right away, got 14 boxes of coffee. I joined at the $4.99 level. Sold my coffee, made my money back relatively quickly in the first couple of weeks. I liked it because they paid weekly. Every Monday we get paid. Then they either deposit it directly into your checking account or they put it on a Javita debit card, which I thought was really pretty cool. And anytime the company owes you money, it gets paid every Monday. So in the last couple of months, I probably made about $1,500, and you know, it's kind of going up from there. The more people that I brought in, I've brought in almost a dozen people now, and so it's a very simple business because it's not complicated. It's not complicated to explain to people about drinking coffee because people already drink coffee. It's not complicated to explain to people about weight loss because people want to lose weight. So I think the simplicity of it and the fact that there's only really two products, two different kinds of coffee, made it really attractive to me, because I've been involved in network marketing programs where there were 20, 30, 40, 50 different products, and to learn all the integration of all those products was just really too complicated. I found out that as I build up my business, the people that are in my organization all drinking coffee, I'm going to get a monthly residual for that. I think the first month was only like maybe $40 or $50, but I also got what's called a star bonus, which is a percentage of all the profits that that Javita enjoys in our country. So that was like $125. And then I also found out that that there's bonuses. There's bonus programs that can go all the way up to car bonuses, diamond bonuses, bonuses for being the top enroller. So very lucrative. The company spends about 52% of all of its earnings, and it pays back to its members. You can build yourself a six-figure income by simply putting in about a half an hour a day. And a lot of people, in fact the majority of the people that are involved in Javita now already have a job. So John Aremza, who's our master distributor who does most of the training, shows us a way in which if you can put in 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week over the period of a year, you bring in one person a month and train everybody to do the same thing, then you can basically enjoy six-figure income within 1 year. Now, I'm a little bit ahead of that curve, but I can see, I mean, I did the math myself, and man, it's very simple. And in a market like this where people are, they're ready and willing to get into it because it's very simple and it's very lucrative. I just mentioned the guy John Haremza. Now John Haremza is our master distributor, which is the main guy who Stan put into place that starts all this network going out. Now John has been 20 years in the business now, and he started just as a blue-collar guy, high school education, living in a trailer park. He was a custodian at a potato chip factory, and then got involved in network marketing, and then just got a hankering for it. And then over the last 20 years, he's amassed over $12 million in income off of network marketing. Now, this is our main guy. This is the guy that's basically the quarterback of our team. And if you go on the internet, go on YouTube and just search him, man, I mean, he's got dozens and dozens and dozens of videos that teaches basically, you know, what to say, how to approach people, how to follow up with people. So it's really great to have that kind of support. Now, in addition to that, every person gets their own personal website in which you can send people out to, send that link out to people. People can buy coffee, they can sign up as members, they can get information about the opportunity. So it's a very, really slick deal. We have weekly calls, video, online meetings, and also phone calls where you can listen in and you can, you know, get taught by, you know, people in the business like Tom Bowman and Bill Ball and John Haremza. So the upline support is really, really great, and that's an important key in the success of your business, because if you just sign up and just people just leave you there, I mean, your chances of success are really basically about zero. I want to talk about the timing part of it now, because the timing part of it is really, really crucial in our business. Like, there's huge network marketing companies out there like Amway, New Skin, Herbalife, Mary Kay, that have actually passed their peak, and they went on the same basically type of pattern as what Javita is doing now, where they start out slowly, and as they start to gain popularity, they hit this momentum phase, and the momentum phase is basically about $1 million a month. Now, Javita hit that $1 million a month mark in May, and so it's continuing to grow little by little by little by little. By next spring, we're going to hit this $5 million a month mark, and the $5 million a month mark represents you know, basically this critical mass phase where the company is going to go vertical. And critical mass really means that there's enough people that know about Javita, enough people that are familiar with the name, enough people that are familiar with the product, that they actually want to be a part of it. And so people are going to be coming in droves. Right now, globally, there's only a few thousand Javita members that are out there distributing their coffee, as opposed to somebody like Amway who has 3 million distributors that are out there. So we're a young company, early in its infancy. So now is really the time to get in here before this wave really starts moving. And so if you look at all of these companies that I mentioned before, Herbalife, Mary Kay, all these guys, Amway, all of these guys made their huge money were the guys that came in early and were able to ride the wave of all these thousands of people that'll come after it. Now, John Haremza, who's, you know, like I said, made $12 million, who's worked several network marketing programs. He says that Javita is the biggest thing that he's ever done, and it will make the most money for him that he's ever made. So Javita is set up to really be a billion-dollar company. So the question is, you know, whether or not you want to be a part of that. My wife and I just were married less than a year ago, and one of the things that we met in a grief group, because we had both gone through the chronic illness and death of our spouses. Now, what happened is that after years of having to go through that, it left us pretty much drained physically, emotionally, and totally wiped out financially. So when we got together, we're in our late 50s now, and we looked at the possibility of trying to recuperate any of that money that was swept away by those enormous medical bills. I couldn't find anything out there that was even close to Javita. So when I came across Javita and I looked at the potential of the market, I looked at the potential of the amount of money that could be made, and I looked at the long-term residual effects of what this opportunity can do, I was totally sold on it. And then thanks a lot for joining me today. I just wanted to share my honest feelings about Javita, and I want to tell you that as long as there's going to be a Javita, there's going to be a Benson Medina and Zeta, my wife, because we're big believers in it. So thanks for joining, and take care. Hope to see you out on the road sometime. Bye-bye now.